when you log on to your social media, sometimes you just need a little good news. It can be a little much sometimes. So our next guest makes sure her close to 6 million followers get just that. Joining me now is journalist Michelle Figueroa, founder of the Good News Movement. Michelle, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We first talked 4 years ago, right in the middle of the worst of the pandemic. And it was great. It was great to talk to you then. For folks who see your movement but don't know exactly what it is, start by telling everybody where it came from.
Yeah, so I'm a journalist, an independent journalist, and I was always drawn to good news stories, but I'd be rejected left and right. And I said, well, this is such a great story. It's a shame that I can't share this side of reality, which is positive things we live in our day-to-day lives. And so I was sick in bed in 2018, and I saw a gap in the media landscape. I said, I have the skill sets as a journalist. So I just took a leap of faith, and I decided to launch Good News Movement, which is now the largest good news platform online. So I'm thrilled to have a job where I just share the good news.
Yeah, and I love to be able to hear you say that, because it was 2 years in when we talked 4 years ago, and now it is just, it's a giant, because, and a lot of times people don't even know what they're looking at, that it's yours, but it comes from your page. So let's get right into some of the top stories on your page this week. First, we'll start with a veteran who pawned jewelry to pay for his wife with dementia, her care.
Yes, it's an amazing story, Phil. I was just so moved when I heard that this man who's 91, a veteran, couldn't pay for his rent and care for his mom with dementia. I have a mom with dementia, so right away I was like, we need to amplify this story. So we were able to get him from $370,000 over his goal of $400,000, and now he's going to move into a new place. So this was an amazing story out of New Hampshire. I'm from New England, so just a little up north. And shout out to the girl who started it all, the pawn shop worker who was like, let me help this guy out. So great story.
And it's what I love about your movement. People now are looking, they live the good story and then want to get it amplified, and your platform is perfect to do that. I saw this about maybe 2 nights ago, and it just made me smile after it made me tear up. The little boy who's running around this hospital shouting, telling everybody the most important thing in his life, that he's getting a new heart.
It was the best. This boy had been waiting 6 months for a new heart. He has a congenital heart disease, and he got the new heart, and he's telling everyone who helped him out along the way. And I love this story, too, because the mom was super grateful, because thanks to an organ donor, he was able to have his life saved. So it's also an opportunity to see the impact an organ donation can have.
Yeah, and the wider issue of organ donation, and you get to see him telling everybody clapping, and then you get to see him actually leave the hospital. It's so beautiful.
It must be the best sentence the hospital's heard in a while. Just wonderful.
Ever. Michelle Figueroa, thank you so much for coming on. Loved the movement from the minute I saw it, because as a journalist just like you, I'm always striving to get that good news story, the golf shot that keeps you coming back, I call it, and you give us that golf shot daily on the Good News Movement. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Phil. It's a pleasure being on, and send us your good news. We're happy to amplify everyday moments.
Absolutely, and we hope to have you back soon.